Hi, it's Sylvester, and something you may know about me is that I care a lot about what people think of me, and it's honestly a bummer. It stresses me out a lot because I know that there are people out there who don't like me. I know that there are people who hate me. I know that there are plenty of people who think bad things about me, who have a very negative opinion of me, and this bothers me so much because I know that there's basically nothing I can do to change their opinion of me. There's nothing I can do to make these people like me. And at times in my life, I've found myself bending over backwards trying to make people like me who just did not like me. And I try to avoid conflict. I haven't always been this way. In my 20s, I was very confrontational and I did not shy away from conflict. But now, as I've gotten older, I try everything I can to avoid conflict. I really, really don't like conflict and confrontation. It makes me very uncomfortable and I just don't like it. And so I try my best to be agreeable to a point where sometimes I throw away my values because I really, 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 deep down, I really, really want to be liked. I just want people to like me. And it's frustrating because I feel like there are so many people out there who don't like me and who will never like me and who have never liked me. And there's nothing I can do to make them like me. And this bothers me so much, even though I know it doesn't serve me to sit around worrying about what people think of me all day. I mean, it's good to care about what people think of you to a certain extent. You know, like it's good to care about how you make other people feel and how to care about how you are perceived by people. But when you care too much, it just becomes this mighty burden. And it's something that I am working on, and it's something that I want to change about myself. And I do tend to throw away my morals sometimes in order to be agreeable and in order to try to make people like me. Like I'm a bit of a chameleon in that if you put me in a room with somebody who has very different beliefs than me, it put me in a room with somebody who disagrees with me about most things, I try to avoid conflict so much and I try to be liked so much that I will bend over backwards to try to make them like me, even if that means saying things that I don't agree with or believe. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you put me in a room with Donald Trump, in my 20s, I would have fought him like with my words, not physically. I'm not going to go to jail over Donald Trump, but you know, like I would have probably yelled at him and called him names, and I probably would have maybe not called him names. Well, no, I probably would have called him names, but you know, like I would have absolutely not tried to avoid confrontation. But now, in my 30s, if you put me in a room with Donald Trump and he started making like racist jokes, I'd probably try to make him like me, and I'd probably laugh at his jokes, and I'd probably make some inappropriate, problematic jokes in return to try to make him like me, to be like, see, I can hang, I'm cool, please like me. Please like don't argue with me or have any confrontation because I don't like that, you know? And I don't like that I've become this way. I don't like that I'm willing to sell out my values in order to try to make people like me. Like a good example of this is I am very vocal on this channel about how I feel about Blake Lively. If you don't know what's going on with Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni, essentially what happened is Justin Baldoni allegedly sexually harassed Blake Lively, and then he started a smear campaign against Blake Lively and pretty much turned everybody against her and is accusing her of lying and all sorts of, you know, like it's this big whole messy situation. And I am very much so on Blake Lively's side. Like I 100% think that it is wrong for someone to sexually harass someone and then do what Justin Baldoni is allegedly doing. Like it's just, I think that Justin Baldoni is wrong. And I think that what Justin Baldoni is allegedly doing is wrong. But every time I would say that in a video, I would get so much hate. So many people disliking the video, so many people leaving comments talking about how I was wrong and how they disliked me because I was wrong or because they thought I was wrong. And so I kind of broke down and I made this video trying to meet them halfway, talking about how I don't hate Justin Baldoni and how, like, maybe he deserves another chance and, like, kind of defending him. And I regret that. I've deleted that video because I regret that. Looking back on that, I realized that I only made that video because I was trying to make people like me and because I was tired of people not liking me because of my opinions about Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni. And so again, that's a situation where I took my morals, I took something that I deeply believe, which is that Justin Baldoni is wrong and what he is allegedly doing is wrong, and I put those morals aside and said, let me try to relate to the other side, to the other people, to the people who don't believe what I believe. And to a certain extent, I think that it's kind of healthy to try to see other people's point of view, to try to see eye to eye with people who don't see eye to eye with you. Like it's important to not be so caught up in what you believe that you're unwilling to think that you might be wrong. And, like, maybe I am wrong about Blake Lively. Maybe someday it's gonna turn out that she is lying and Justin Baldoni didn't sexually harass her. And, you know, like, maybe there is a possibility that I'm wrong about Blake Lively, and I do accept that. But as things are right now, from the evidence that I've seen, from where I'm standing, I firmly believe Blake Lively. And I firmly believe that Justin Baldoni is in the wrong here. And so for me to bend over backwards and try to sell my morals out in order to make people like me was the wrong thing to do. And all that did was make people who actually support Blake Lively respect me less, because here I was essentially standing up for somebody who is an alleged sexual harasser, which, you know, I don't condone that. I don't support that behavior, and I don't support standing up for somebody who allegedly does stuff like that. And so, like, I want to be more set in my morals. I want to, going forward, only say and do things that align with my values, which is difficult for me because deep down I am a people pleaser. Deep down I really, really care what people think of me, and I really, really want people to like me. And it sucks because I know a lot of people don't like me and a lot of people never will like me. And I have to accept that that's okay. I have to accept that there's not much I can do about that. And trying to be agreeable all the time isn't always the healthy thing to do. You know, sometimes you need to disagree with people. Sometimes you need to stand your ground and say, no, this is what I believe and these are my values, and I am not going to bend over backwards to try to make you like me if that means throwing away my values. You know what I'm trying to say? Anyways, that's all. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Stay frosty. Bye.